What's up everybody? My name is Tatiana Jade and welcome back to my channel. Now, I know what you must be thinking from the title of this video. How can you possibly get a job during all of this mess? Well, there's actually a lot of companies hiring right now. You just gotta know where to look. Okay, so this is just going to be a high-level overview of tips and tricks that you can do to possibly try to get another job during this disaster of a mess. I'm going to go more in detail in future videos about different tips and tricks that I've done to get the jobs that I want. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on that. Now, the first thing you want to do is take a good long look at your current resume, and I mean really good. Take a look at it, make sure it's up to date. If you've moved, that needs to be updated. If you've changed your email address or your phone number, that needs to be updated. If your current job description has changed, that needs to be updated. Go through it with a fine-tooth comb and make sure nothing has changed, and make sure you memorize it. Number 2, make sure you go over commonly asked interview questions and answer. Now, of course, you can Google all of this, and there's a ton of videos on YouTube going over just that. But one of your best resources is actually going to be LinkedIn, which brings me to the meat of this video. Oh my God, I forgot to say number 3. Number 3! Now, if you do not have a LinkedIn, get one. This is going to be absolutely instrumental in you landing a better job. There are a ton of free courses that you can take on LinkedIn to get your skill level up. I will put a link in the description so you can see what I'm talking about. They also have commonly asked interview questions and answers and videos so that you can see how to say it more confidently. But let me tell you, this has helped me out so
2 hours later.
Much. I am telling you, if y'all don't listen to me on nothing else, please listen to me on this. Go to LinkedIn and study that mess like crazy. We all have loads of time right now if we're all staying at home, but don't waste this time watching Netflix. I feel like I lose brain cells every time I do that for too long. Take this time to learn as much as you can so that you can try to land a better job when this mess is all over. Which brings me to number 4. It may be time to broaden your horizons a little bit. If you've been in the same job field for years, you may want to try tailoring your resume to fit some other job description. Nothing that's too different or drastic, just something, okay, let's say you work in a call center. Now, that's customer service. Something similar might be an administrative assistant or project coordinator, something along those lines. If you can tailor your resume to make it fit that a little bit more, and then apply on LinkedIn, you might have a good chance of actually getting an interview. Now, as far as the free courses that I mentioned on LinkedIn, it really is up to you what you choose to search for and what you want to learn. But one thing I can tell you, and the jobs that everybody should be trying to get right now, is IT. IT is one of the most overlooked, beat down, just that field is one of the most overlooked fields, and it sucks because it pays very well depending on what kind of position you have, but most of them, they do pay very well. Those are the kind of jobs that are coming in handy right now because most of them can be done from home, and you don't necessarily have to be a coding master or a master software engineer or anything to get a job in IT. I work in IT and I don't know how to code to save my life. And I'm working from home right now. I know I probably just opened up a big old can of worms because me telling you to get a job in IT and you actually getting one are two different things, because it does take a little bit of maneuvering, especially if you've never worked in IT before. Now, obviously you do have to be tech savvy a little. Basic common sense stuff you need to know. Now, I will be going into detail in further videos about how you can possibly transition into working into IT, but there are some skills that you do need to have first. But if you're already further ahead and you do have some technical skills, then more power to you. That might actually just work for you. Now, if you already have a LinkedIn, great! Just don't let it sit there and collect dust. Which brings me to point number, crap, I forgot what point I'm on. Anyways, reach out to recruiters on LinkedIn yourself. Don't wait for them to come to you. Now, when I say recruiters, avoid staffing agencies as much as possible unless you know they are very reputable and have a good hire rate. Now, to some people, staffing agencies are a quick fix because depending on how desperate they are, they can get you into a job pretty quickly. But as we're seeing during times like these, contractors get screwed over the most. Most of them are not able to work from home, and depending on what kind of job they have, they may just get let go and cut out of nowhere. So when I say recruiter, I'm talking about someone who works directly for a company in their HR department. There are a ton of them on LinkedIn, and they are actively looking to hire people as we speak. Now, obviously, if you're in a pinch, you can reach out to a staffing agency, but it really should be a last resort because, as I said, you don't want to get cut at the worst possible time during a quarantine, for example. So in my future videos coming up, I will be talking more about different skills that you may possibly need if you are looking to transition into IT. But I highly recommend looking at LinkedIn and the links that I've put in the description, and make sure you actually take the time to try to check it out first before you just ixnay it. Well, that's all for me, folks, because I got work to do, but I just wanted to get back on here briefly and give you guys some tips and hopefully get you guys on the right course to try to transition into a better job. If unfortunately you are one of the people who have lost your job during this time, this would be the perfect time to try to merge into a different field. So I will be back on here soon to talk about all of that with you guys. Definitely give this video a like, subscribe, leave me a comment and let me know what you think, and I will talk to you soon. Oh, bye.